Well, my name's Alistair Cowan. I'm part of Cowan Contracting and CCS Biomass. We're a contracting agricultural contractor covering all aspects of contracting and also biomass wood chipping for biomass and power stations. So covering southwest Scotland and further afield. AgDrive works the same across both platforms, both businesses, in terms of recording the jobs. It's easy to remember, always got a record. Some customers want more records than others and it's easier to keep a track of, and it's always there on your phone easy. I think we started using AgDrive nearly 2 years ago. I think it was January 2022. We first started using it as just a recording basis, and since then we've integrated Sage for invoicing. So it's a slow process to build up and get the hang of it, but we got there. It was good. Before AgDrive we used a paper job sheet, so they get filled in after every job and handed into the office, which wasn't a too bad a way. We first originally started on timesheets and you had to pick everything out individually, and then we decided to go to AgDrive for an app base. It's on the computer, less paper, less losing bits, not being able to remember what you've done, relying on everyone else to hand it in. To get started, it was easy. It took time to add on all the machines and all the farmers and all the customers' details. But once you got all that done, which just takes time, it was straightforward enough to do. It just takes time to get all done, and it's made life easier that way. Not myself that used to go through the timesheets, it was my dad that did that originally. He always spent hours every night he could, and now I can do it quicker and just, half an hour here, half an hour there, there's a few jobs done. But the thought of having to go and look through everybody's timesheets, handwriting, to see how they've put things down, everybody records things differently. So I think it saved hours of work every month. From transferring it, from recording the job on the phone to producing an invoice, if all the information's on Sage and AgDrive, it's minutes or seconds really to produce. It's just a click of a few buttons and the invoice is made if all the information's correct and there. It's easy. The biggest benefit is just being able to record everything, all the wee jobs. In a busy time, I think we were probably forgetting the small jobs that somebody nipped in and made 20 bales for somebody. All these jobs are easier recorded and we're not forgetting about them. It's just missing jobs is probably the biggest reason why we looked into doing this, because you can lose a bit of paper or you forget if somebody's not recorded the job themselves. We use the timesheet section. All the boys, they record it every day, so it's easy to look back to say you started then, you finished then, and even if I need to weigh that up against another job to see the more records you've got, the better. We use the health and safety checklist for all machines. It's all set up, so when you start to record a job, you check the charter, check the machine, it's all recorded. If you tick the box to say that machine was fit to work and everything was right, we've got a record of that, so if there's any comeback or any questions. No, we wouldn't go back to the pen and paper. Everything's there in one place, so it's just making more work for yourself. I would recommend anybody looking at AgDrive to go ahead with it, because it saves time, it saves a lot of hassle. Everybody can work it easily. Technology is moving on. As in invoicing, integrating with other packages, it's just made things so much easier, so I don't see any downside to it at all. Even in the late at night or in the next morning, to look up to say that they finished at a certain time or the job was complete, and you know what the job's done, instead of having to phone round to ask questions, or the farmer asks how many bales or how many acres you did, you can tell them yes, it's done. Recording the job and then being able to invoice streamlined the whole thing.